I think I'm audible now. So, so friends, today we are going to look at the chart of Shahid Kapoor, the Indian actor who's made a lot of headlines with his latest movie, Kabir Singh. I've been wanting to see his chart and share with you the analysis since a long time, but somehow something or the other kept coming in, so I couldn't do it. So, friends, today I'm going to explain what things look like for Shahid Kapoor as per his chart and how the future looks like as per the Dasha system, as per other systems. So, my friends, I think you can see me now. And let's look at his chart. Ascendant is Cancer. Ascendant gives us the first impression of a chart. The ascendant for him is the zodiac Cancer, and that gives us the first impression of the chart. Moon is sitting in the fourth house. Moon represents the mother, Cancer represents nurturing. So I think a lot of his life, very important role played by his mother, very important role played by emotions in his chart. That is something very important for him. So I think his initial years could have been a lot about connection with his mother, connection with the home, being introvert, being sentimental in some way. But as we can see in this chart, Saturn and Jupiter, you can see in the third house. Now, Saturn and Jupiter together, almost very close to each other. Saturn and Jupiter together represent that he's going to have very strict gurus, very strict teachers, very strict mentors who are going to guide him, especially connected with the expressive arts. Because the third house, this house, represents the expressive arts. It represents acting, it represents dancing. And we know that Shahid Kapoor had a very strict dance teacher in Shamak Dawar, who is one of the dance gurus of India. And Shamak Dawar was like really, really strict with Shahid Kapoor. So definitely, I think this is what it indicates. Saturn is retrograde, Jupiter is also retrograde. This also means again that Shahid is going to have a really, he's going to have something really karmic, something really connected with his past lives that's going to happen in his life during this time. So even his acting talent is somewhere sourced from his past life, somewhere sourced. His dancing talent is somewhere come from his sadhana and from practice, which is not only in this life but also in past lives, since we are talking about a karmic science astrology. Okay, now let's look at. Mm, okay, and okay, so now this is what I can say about Shahid Kapoor's talent. But also we see that there are a lot of planets. There are a lot of planets. The eighth house Aquarius. Eighth house in the sign of Aquarius. Eighth house, as we know, is the house of secrets. It's the house of dark, deep, secretive stuff. And he has Mars, which is the lord of his career, which is the lord of his work and life purpose, sitting in the eighth house. So a lot of his work will be about expressing the deep, dark subconscious. It will be a lot about new ideas, unconventional stuff. So he considers that as his life purpose. And somebody described Shahid Kapoor, they described him as somebody who's really this whiz kid, is somebody who's is really, uh, really smart, really attractive whiz kid, but at the same, like a wizard, but and you would like to play video games with him, but you would not like to introduce him to your sister because somewhere this eighth house connection it's about something dark, something secretive, something sexual, something attractive, but in a very dark and mysterious way. And Aquarius is about somebody who's bright, somebody who's unconventional, somebody who is a very unconventional thinker. And that's the image we get of Shahid Kapoor. He's not that guy who's out there, he's not like a Ranveer Singh, or he's not like a Shah Rukh Khan who's out there. He's somebody who has some sort of something mysterious about him, if you see. Also, the Aquarius Lord, Uranus, in his chart, Aquarius Lord, Uranus in his chart, is sitting in its exaltation sign of Scorpio. So what we can see in this kind of chart is that somebody who has really this urge to do something new, unconventional, innovative, and unless he does that, he's not going to get success. He's not going to get fulfillment. And even though we saw him doing really well in romantic movies, it was those unconventional ideas, like when he did Imtiaz Ali's movie called Jab We Met. And that is when he got the break, He did it with probably with his uh, girlfriend at that time, Kareena Kapoor. And it was something slightly offbeat, It was a movie about a friendship turning into a love. It was not a conventional love story, and that brought him success, that brought him critical repute. And at the same time, now we see that he's done Kabir Singh, which is an unconventional, innovative theme. The Telugu version of Kabir Singh was called Arjun Reddy, and Arjun Reddy was criticized. It was criticized by the medical fraternity a lot because they thought this was going to give a wrong image about doctors, about surgeons. And again, doctor, surgeon, medicine is an Aquarius theme. So it is Aquarius, but projected in a dark way, which is the eighth house, which is what the eighth house stands for. The deep, dark subconscious, the mysterious stuff, the dark themes. And we see in this movie, there is theme of violence, there is theme of sex, there is a theme of deep revenge in some way, there is a theme of surgery, which is also eighth house. So all of these things are projected in this movie. And I think Kabir Singh was a perfect eighth house Aquarius movie. And that's why it brought immense success for Kabir Singh, for Shahid Kapoor at the box office and also on the critical circles. A lot of people love this movie, but a lot of people also criticize this movie. The feminists, when this movie was made in Bollywood, the feminists hated, they really kind of had an outrage because of this. And we can see that. And also Shahid's 10th house, the house of career, is Aries. Aries represents something which is very powerful, something that's very masculine. And of course, if we consider solar progression, Mars moves to the 9th house, Pisces. So that is why probably Shahid did a lot of romantic movies, because the Lord of career sitting in the house of romance could have given him that bent of doing romantic movies. But his real essence, but his real attractiveness, because Venus, Sun, Mars, all the attractive and powerful factors are placed in 8th house Aquarius in this birth chart. So really doing these kind of bold themes, dark themes. Similar movie was Urta Punjab. Urta Punjab also got that kind of really good reviews for Shahid Kapoor, because he exposed, this movie exposed the deep, dark side of drug abuse and all this stuff happening in Punjab, which was again about the dark theme. And you can see the song, Aja Aja Dilli Chode, all these really very, very dark themes being portrayed in that movie too. And these are the movies which really have helped Shahid Kapoor to come out, not just be that chocolate boy. So I don't see Shahid Kapoor continuing much as a chocolate boy kind of character. I see him playing bold characters which have dark themes, which sometimes can be villainous themes, sometimes he could be the protagonist, but he has to play these kind of roles. This Mars, this energy, the blood, the violence, the sexuality has to be portrayed in his movies. And it has to be something unconventional, something innovative. And these are the themes which are going to help Shahid to progress. Also, what I see is that Shahid has been going through a Saturn period. If you see here, the Saturn period from 1990 to 2008. So this was probably a period when Shahid was very introvert. He was doing his hard work. He was training under Shaman Dawar and other mentors, getting himself ready. I think there's a story where even Shaman Dawar threw a plastic chair at Shahid Kapoor. So he was getting trained in the school of hard knocks, and that is what we describe the Saturn Mahadasha as. So Shahid Kapoor got this training during this period, and I think around 2004 or something like that, he slowly started coming out as his Shani Mahadasha ended, and in the Mercury period, he started shining in the world, started doing relevant work in the industry, and slowly getting his share of success as he started doing more unconventional or different kind of hatke, as we call it in India, different kind of movies. Even Jab We Met, something new, something different. And of course, after that, Imtiaz Ali made many movies like that. But Jab We Met was something different. Also, now let's look at what the future holds for Shahid Kapoor. As I said, the 8th house people, it has, as I can remember, 8th house, then 8th house, Rajneesh Osho. So all of these kind of mysterious and have had very strong 8th house connection. Gary Vaynerchuk is also strong 8th house character. And with this, I think Shahid Kapoor, lot of wild cards come for him, lot of sudden events, relationships come to him suddenly. I think his marriage with Meera Rajput and her family has a very important role to play in his life, because 8th house also represents his in-laws. 8th house represents inheritance. I don't know how much of a financial inheritance Shahid Kapoor has from his father, Pankaj Kapoor, but definitely he's inherited this talent from his father, which is also amazingly represented and shown in this chart. Also, yes, I think dark themes connected with romance, but something dark, something new, something unconventional, portraying the new style of relationship. And of course, he will have critical reviews sometimes, but there's nothing to worry about that, because art imitates life, and he can show life in its deepest, darkest sense, even in the area of romance, because we see that 8th house is connected with his 5th house through Aquarius, and 5th house is about romance. 5th house is about fun, but it is about romance. It is about love. So definitely, I hope that Shahid Kapoor can make more movies on themes which are similar to Kabir Singh, but new, innovative stuff. And that is what is really going to do well for him when he's in India, when he's working with Bollywood. But I also see, as per solar progression, planets from the 8th house going to the 9th house. And 9th house is a lot about foreign land. It's a lot about spirituality. So I can see Shahid Kapoor probably starts turning more spiritual, looking for deeper meanings, working on more philosophical themes. But also he has chances in Hollywood, he has chances in foreign land, which he needs to cash upon in the days to come. And I'm sure he'll do that. And so movies in foreign land, sign of Pisces. So again, probably if he plays romantic themes, and if he starts playing these kind of roles in foreign countries, in foreign movies, so this is indicated, this is on the cards for him. And in India, I think if he works on more unconventional dark themes, unconventional themes, he's going to do really well. So detective movies, scandal movies, mysterious movies, dark movies, movies about drugs, sex, alcohol, rock and roll. He has that quality to him, and that's what makes him really very, very attractive to people. He's not in the earlier days. He's really this deep, dark character who we can see in Kabir Singh, who we can see in Udta Punjab, this passionate guy, And it really is, movies indicate this struggle, and that's what he can really portray well. Pluto is in the 4th house, so again I see that yes, emotionally he might be struggling in at many levels. Even romantic life, he could have struggled a lot earlier. But what I really see for him is that in the Mahadasha is starting 2025 to 2032. And I don't see Ketu Mahadasha to be very bad for him on the work front. On the relationship front, he I don't want to say this, but probably you could see something very sudden connected with his marriage happening during this Ketu period. But let's pray that he has a wonderful marriage in the days to come. Also, I think with this Uranus connection with fifth house, his kids, his children are going to also shine in the world, doing something really very different, really very path breaking. And that's what also I can see from for him in his chart. But on a film front, I think just like Amitabh Bachchan had some of his new avatar coming out, his older age, in his older age, his new avatar started coming out with movies like Chini Kam, Black, and all these kind of wonderful movies which Amitabh Bachchan did in his Ketu Mahadasha. So in the same way, I see Shahid Kapoor doing a lot during his Ketu Mahadasha, transforming his image, transforming what he's looking for in life itself. And I think his work is going to transform. Ketu is in the sign of work, Capricorn. He's going to work hard. He's going to really go through some unexpected situations, but it's going to transform his work. As I told you earlier, strong chances of him getting into foreign cinema, international cinema in a big way. And then the Venus Mahadasha starts from 2032, which is going to be also an amazing, interesting period. So the stardom is not ending. His alchemy of transformation is definitely strong with the eighth house. A lot of sudden things, a lot of new things coming up, and I really wish him all the best. I wish him all the success, and I hope you enjoyed this analysis, this very quick analysis, so that you understand what's going on in this chart and how I look at charts at a quick glance. So I hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned, leave your comments, and definitely, my friends, stay tuned, leave your comments, share this video, and I really hope that you enjoyed. Keep in touch. Cheers.